on to task 2. And in task 2, we're going to be looking at opinion options. So there's 2 things that I'm going to ask you guys to do. One of them is a should task, meaning it's a required thing to turn in. The other one is a could task. However, it would be a good idea to, even if you don't attempt to answer the question, it would be a really good idea to try and practice and work through to learn how to even think about what you would say. All right, so we're looking at opinions. The Darien venture was the most ambitious colonial scheme attempted in the 17th century. The Scots were the first to realize the strategic importance of the area. Opinion 2. They were plain daft to try. It was a disaster. They never had a chance. So essentially we're looking at which of the opinions above do you agree with? Why don't you agree with the other opinion? Right? You need to be able to support your opinions, and to do this you have a writing frame. So if you look at the PowerPoint, right, you'll see this right here. So the first 2 paragraphs are your should tasks, meaning they're required. And these ones are pretty straightforward. You're going to choose one of the opinions, you're going to rewrite that opinion, and then you're going to say why you chose it. Okay, and then support that. All right, so here's an example. I agree with opinion 2 just because it's shorter and I can summarize it a bit easier. I agree with opinion 2 that they were daft and that they never should have tried to try. Rewrite it word for word because of the loss of life. And then I want you to do a we support. All right, then I want you to do a reason why you support it. All right, so I agree with opinion 1 or opinion 2 that they were plain daft, write that out, because of the loss of life. Only 300 of the 1,200 Scots that set out returned to life. Pretty straightforward. You went through, you looked at your answers, and you're able to come up with the reason why. It could be you agree with option 2 because of the financial loss. You agree with option 2 because of the impact on Scots. You agree with option 2 because all the different things that basically happen. Another reason you may agree with it is you go through and say the other reason why you might agree with it. Okay? And you do the same thing that you did in paragraph 1. Now, whenever you go through and you're moving into the could paragraph, even if you don't attempt it, I think it's a really good idea to go through and think about what you would say. It can be a bit confusing when you write this out. All right, so I'm going to write down here in the notes section. You can see where I'm typing up now. I'm going to type down there a wee response. Okay? And I'm just going to type it like this. Although I'm going to try to top that. Type it. Although someone who supported option 1, and then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to type that in there. I'm cheating, I know. All right. Would say that it would open trade routes to Asia. All right, so that's where you restate the issue, would say, and then a reason they would support that opinion. I disagree because the mountains were too high to cross. So essentially you would work through, and that would be one of your answers. Okay, so as you go through, you would answer something like that. Okay, although someone who supported option, whichever one you didn't choose, restate the issue word for word, would say this. No, would say this. All right, I would disagree with them because I want you to think about some reason why they would support the other answer, and then go through and state the reason why you would disagree with that. All right, so good luck with that. If you have any questions, get in touch with your teacher, and hopefully this wee video helped you. Okay.